What a volatile day in the stock market today. The S&P 500 went from negative to positive many times. Although the S&P 500 only closed slightly down about 0.2%, the fact that it went from negative to positive showed there was a lot of volatility in the markets, partially due to geopolitical tensions. But the other thing was that Jerome Powell had made some comments today that we're not seeing enough progress on getting to 2% inflation, and that it's possible that rates might stay where they are now for a long time. And honestly, this isn't really too surprising considering the economic strength we've been seeing. And this might mean that we might not see the 3 rate cuts that we initially expected, probably 2, 1, or perhaps 0 rate cuts this year. It seems like Jerome Powell is in no rush anymore to lower interest rates given strong economic data. So this is something we have to stay tuned for. And I wanted to give an update on Bitcoin because I haven't spoken about Bitcoin for a while. A lot of people were asking me how come Bitcoin is down given the geopolitical tension. Shouldn't Bitcoin be a flight to safety? And honestly, when times of crisis happen, there's usually panic selling across all asset groups. And because Bitcoin's more volatile than other assets, Bitcoin had a larger drawdown. But that also means on the way up, Bitcoin should outperform other assets. So that's something to keep in mind, and I think it will, because Hong Kong just approved Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, which will add more demand. Previously, China was anti-crypto back in 2021, but recently they're changing their stance and they approved these ETFs, so that's some good news. And then we have the Bitcoin halving coming out on Saturday, which will decrease supply of new Bitcoin coming into circulation from 900 Bitcoin a day to 450. That decreased supply, combined with more demand, should make the price go higher in the medium to longer term. And yes, Bitcoin has been volatile. It's had a drawdown, especially now with the geopolitical tensions. But keep in mind, before 4 years ago, before that happened, Bitcoin was only $8,000. Now it's slightly less than $64,000. That's an 8x price increase. So despite the volatility in the short term, Bitcoin's still 8 times higher than it was before. So that's something optimistic to keep in mind. And as Anthony Pompliano mentioned on a few of his interviews the past few days, Bitcoin is the global alarm system. So it will be more volatile, but it's also a store of value, and I think has very strong properties.